Hey everybody, it's John with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for another Project Life video. It's Memory Planning Monday, and I am in week 30 in this project. So if you would like to see what I'm going to do, stick around. Hey friends, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for being here today. I'm so excited to share this week's process video with all of you. I've already pre-selected my cards. I find that that has helped save me quite a bit of time, and it just works out better for me as far as like my life goes. So I hope that's okay with you, that I'm not doing all of the quote process in real time or on camera. But I will let you know that these cards are a mixture of PaperPerson Shop and Ali Edwards, and I think that's it. This is PaperPerson, and then Ali, and that's PaperPerson. I have lots of different embellishments to potentially use. I know I'm going to be drawing a lot from my inspiration. I started with this card, and I kind of worked around that because I noticed there was quite a bit of red and blue. And so I pulled some items from this kit, which was the, I think this was July's kit. And so I'm going to use this. I had already trimmed down this 6x8 paper to create that 4x6 card up there. And I'm going to see what happens. So I also have some washi pulled. As always, I have tons of stamps. Not sure which ones I'm going to use, but I'll just share with you. I'm obsessed with this one for weeks. This is an Ali Edwards stamp set. For the numbers, I have this one from Studio Calico. Totally forgot I had these. I have these because, again, it was another like struggling week for me with my mental health. So I have stamps related to that. This one, and this one are all PaperPerson. And then this one is Syncopation Design. Then I have, we started our camping trip, so I've got some outdoor stamps. Those are Heidi Swap. This water park, this stamp set is PaperPerson as well. It's called Park Day. This is PaperPerson. PaperPerson and PaperPerson. So I'm a big fan of PaperPerson, apparently. But I am going to speed up the camera and see what happens, and I will narrate as we go. So let's go. Hey friends, I'm so excited to be in my project life. This is my absolute favorite scrappy project ever. And maybe December daily, but this is quickly becoming like just something I really look forward to doing. And I'm just obsessed with this project so much. So this is week 30. And I'm going to be using mostly, like I said, PaperPerson, and then I always like to mix in my Studio Calico and Ali Edwards products as well. I was just there testing the ink and the stamp because I hadn't used it before. It says Summer Moments. And for that card there, I just highlighted the week that we are in. So it's sort of a title card, but also just sort of like a placeholder. And I'm just trying to figure out, I wanted to put one more stamp. I end up using this, what does it say here? Well, this is a mess. And then little, medium, big, or huge. And I check off huge or big because if you watch my Project Life the week before, I was talking about how Nora was sick and then she was finally getting better. And then I started getting sick. So I went to the doctor this Monday, and they tested me for mono just because I insisted on it, because Nora's friend tested positive for it weeks prior. And don't mind me just looking through my embellishments right now while I chat with you and tell you my life story. So my doctor was like, there's no way you have mono. Like, you're 40 years old. You probably like already had it if you had it, and it's not even like a thing anymore. Well, it is a thing, but it's like summer. It's kind of unheard of. And I was like, yeah, plus I didn't have all the symptoms of mono. I just had like a super sore throat and like an insane hacking cough. And then I would have like headache and stuff like that. And of course I was tired, but I'm always tired. Like if you ask a mom, well, are you tired? Like, is that even a real question? Because I feel like the answer is always yes. But anyway, I digress. I ended up testing positive for mono, and we are to leave, like this was on Monday and we were leaving Thursday for our annual glamping trip to Michigan. And this year, instead of camping in Michigan at Jellystone, we did the Jellystone in Indiana, because it was a lot bigger, it had more to offer, and so we wanted to give that one a shot. So I'll get to all that in a minute, but let me tell you a little bit about what I'm documenting for Monday. So my good friend Susanna took Nora and after work and took her for the day so I could get some things done and prepare for our upcoming trip. And then so I just journaled a little bit about that using labels from Studio Calico. The washi is American Crafts, the blue washi, and then the other green camping washi is from PaperPerson. And then I'm going to use these red alphas that came with the July PaperPerson kit. And I'm going to spell out cup song because Nora was working on Tuesday morning on learning the cup song so she could teach her cousins when we are away. And then later on that night, her former teacher, I don't want to say old, her former teacher, who actually now lives in Colorado and teaches out there and lives with her husband out there, was home for the summer for quite a few weeks. And she offered to take Nora and a few of her other classmates that this former teacher was close with to get ice cream. So that's what those two photos are, one of her and her former teacher, and then one of her and all of the kids at the ice cream place. So I journaled about that and just how much we love her and miss her, but obviously wish her well. And, I'm at week 30 and I'm finally remembering to stamp the dates on the photos as I am decorating them. So yay me. I really wanted to make these die cuts work. Like you'll see me go through them maybe several times and I just end up not using them, but I do use a lot of these puffy stickers and the chipboard pieces, which I love. And I just put local eats with that red puffy sticker. And then again, using the alphas, I'm going to spell out Moxie's because that's the name of the ice cream place. And if I'm using an embellishment, I like to use it at least 2 times on each side of the page. I chose these little ice cream stickers that are from Pip Stickers to embellish some of the photos as well, and then stamp the date and call that one good. Just kidding. I end up adding a stamp to this. Actually, a couple stamps. I like I'm kind of going with the shape of the ice cream on the top, and so I was like, ooh, let me put better together. So I stamped that sentiment, and this is from a Heidi Swap stamp set. I think I got it last summer. And then I stamped, I was trying to get the right curvature there. Never Stop Exploring, and then above that, I stamped with like that sort of burst sort of effect there. And I love it. I think it looks super cute. I don't usually stamp right in the photos like that, but this week, I guess I felt like it because you'll see me do it several other times as well. This red checkered washi, I don't even know. I think it's maybe from a Jen Hadfield collection, but I could be wrong. And then, of course, I'm going to add a couple of embellishments. I ended up deciding to pull in these puffy Starburst stickers, which are so cute, and the ice cream stickers as well. And then this is a picture. I did the journaling, by the way, on that card that says this delightful moment, embellished it with a couple little stickers and called it good. And then this picture of Nora asleep in the car, I just put the on the road chipboard piece and then this puffy sticker that says enjoy the journey with a little stamp in the middle. And instead of it saying wish you were here, no, I think it says enjoy the ride. I covered up the enjoy the ride part and just stamped the car because I thought that was perfect for that photo. And then I am going to stamp the date, and then I move on to the picture of Nora with the moose because that was while we were in Canada. Lots of stops along the way to just get out of the car and stretch our legs. It takes about 10 and a half, 11 hours to get there. We finally were able to go through Canada, and we have several photos of Nora with this moose when she was much younger, like 3, 4. And so it was just kind of cute to be able to get this picture of her now because it looks like a totally different person, of course. And here's where I'm trying to make these little die cuts work, and it didn't. So I end up just using, gosh, what do I use? Oh, this pleather piece from Ali Edwards that says, currently living in this moment, because if that's not a road trip, I don't know what is. And that's the end of that page. And now I'm going to move over to the right side of my spread and again, try to make it work with these die cuts, but they never make it on the page. So don't worry, I'll use them at some point. Then I'm going to get my, Ali Edwards Alphas. I love these. I think they're from a December Daily like a couple years ago. And I super love this font. So I'm just going to stamp the week and the number. And the numbers I end up using are from a Heidi Swap stamp set. And I realized that the numbers fit perfectly inside of this little stamp that's on the 3x4 stamps that come with PaperPerson documenter kits. I don't even know if they're not called documenter kits. I forget what they're called, but they come with the subscription. There you go. And so, the ink that I'm using is Prize Ribbon, by the way, in case you were wondering. It's the Ranger Distress Oxide ink. It's my favorite ink to use. And so here I'm like, oh, these are gonna fit perfectly inside. Perfect. Let me stamp that out. I kind of regret coloring in the stamp, but it is what it is. I used the same zebra mild liner that I used on the left-hand side of the page to highlight the week on that 3x4 card that said July to color this stamp border in, but it's okay. I guess I wanted to emphasize the blue. I didn't want it to get lost in the polka dots. And then I'm gonna embellish it with a couple puffy stickers from the Simple Stories kit, the little camper there, and a sticker from Studio Calico. And then this is a photo of Nora and Butters, which is my mother-in-law's remaining pup. Sadly, they lost Butters' mom. They had to put her down about a month ago. And so it was just Butters at the house, which is the first time that's been an experience for me and for Nora. So that was sad for sure. So rest in peace, Daisy. We love you. And then this is Nora and Fiona, and they are the two oldest. Nope. Are they the two oldest girl cousins? No, because Renee is older than Fiona. So there's Nora, then Renee, then Fiona, and then there is Sutton, who wasn't on the camping trip with us, which was such a bummer. And Sutton is going to be a big sister soon. Actually, very soon. So I'm just going to embellish the photo with the letters FAM. Side note, I apologize if you hear a lot of noise in the background. If you've been following me for a couple weeks, you know we have a new kitten, and I share the craft room with him, and he is quite feisty, so he's making all kinds of noise behind me. So I dipped into my Studio Calico stash to get a card that I could journal on, because I'm going to create a flip up here using some just clear Avery sticker paper, and then I tape the photo that I want showing with my Tombow dot adhesive tape. And then I can embellish this picture, which I do very, very simply. I'm going to just stamp a couple of sentiments on the photo, because I don't want to add bulk since it's a flip out, so, or a tip up, whatever you want to call it. I just stamped "Just Couldn't Love Anything More," and then I go to this other little stamp set. Oh, I thought I stamped two things. I guess not. I only stamped the date. All right. And then I'm going to do my journaling just about, just bullet points about the week and how Nora and I are still kind of sick, but almost all the way better. My husband started getting sick while we were there. So clearly he was the next person to get the mono, and how much that was annoying, and how it was really difficult for me to switch my idea of like that, because we've booked this so long ago, to change in my mind from sharing a cabin with Matt's younger brother, his wife and their two kids, to having to get our own cabin, and just like the anxiety that created for me, because I do have OCD. So it's very, very difficult for me to just go with the flow. Like, that's just not the way my body and my brain works. So I'm journaling a little bit about that, and about how Nora and Fiona are like inseparable, and of course, you know, bicker like sisters after having been together for about 24 hours. And then I just flipped over the photo and put a couple pieces of washi and that little sticker that says "Savoring These Summer Moments" from the July documenter kit from Studio Calico. Moving on to the photo of Nora and Fiona swimming in the pool. I just stamped "Outdoors" in the middle, and then put this little puffy bathing suit sticker from Simple Stories and then a chipboard tag that says "So happy about this," which is from Allie Edwards. Very simply embellished this 3x4 card from PaperPerson with the arrow and the wood chip that says "Travelogue." And I just take a piece of computer paper, since these two 3x4 photos are going in a 4x6 photo slot. And I'm going to do my journaling about sights, sounds, feelings, tastes, and smells. And then I will embellish the picture of Nora and Justin in the pool, because that was the first night that we were there. So once everybody was unpacked, of course, the kids wanted to go swimming. The only thing is, these alphas, I love the PaperPerson stickers. They're very, very sticky, but there's not enough S's on this sheet. So instead of spelling cousins, I decided to save the S, because I'm like, what if I need it? Which I'm glad I do, because I do end up using it. And I put a puffy heart, which is from also a former PaperPerson kit or add-on. I can't even remember. And then I put the little sun from the Simple Stories sticker page and put the date. And then these photos, actually made this collage in my Diptyque app, are different shots of inside our cabin, which we upgraded because we needed one that had a bathroom, and we didn't know it was coming with a full kitchen, which was a really nice, pleasant surprise. However, again, talking about my mental health issues, being away from everybody else and not staying in the same area, because our cabin was not near the other cousins and in-laws, that was very difficult for me, just with like some of my own past trauma related issues. And so I'm do a bunch of journaling about that, and just that, you know, it was the first 36 hours of being there, and how before we got there we stopped at Horrocks, which is like a local grocery store, but it's like unlike any store you've ever been to. It's amazing. It's almost like an indoor farmers market, where they have a ton of fresh produce and like candy and souvenirs and like macarons, desserts. Like, it's amazing. So I just journaled about that. I chose to use the "It's all right to feel like this" sentiment, and then "Hello, my name is," and I put anxiety in the middle of that label. That is a syncopation design stamp, and then the "It's okay to feel like this" stamp is from PaperPerson shop, and also stamped, "Well, this didn't go as planned." And that's what the journaling is all about, and just how it was really, really challenging for me. I had a really rough mental health few days, even though I tried to obviously make the best of it, and Nora just had so much fun being able to be with her cousins. You know, that to me is worth it, but it was definitely tough, especially with my husband then having like full-blown mono symptoms, coughing all night long, and you know, that was just really challenging. And because he wasn't feeling well and was tired all the time, I was like, you know, the parent on duty basically, and so I was always bringing them to the pool, and yeah, it was just a lot. I kept saying on the trip I needed a vacation from the vacation. So I was glad to kind of come back home and have nothing to go, like, really going on. But anyways, so I am going to just embellish again with alphas, Jellystone, because that's where we were. And yeah, that's going to be it for me this week. So be sure to like this video and subscribe if you're not, and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my videos. Thanks so much for hanging out, and remember to take care of yourselves, that you are enough, and I'll see you next time. Enjoy the silent close-up shots of the finished spread.